On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. I need you guys to picture this. We're normally in my office at my apartment, the two of us sitting on a little yellow couch with TV trays that our computers are on. So this is a very different vibe for us.
But we're so excited. Should we tell them about coffin spinners and just
we got to break it down how it goes, because I'm going to assume that not everybody in this has listened to Obituary before. So we basically have it broken down into 3 segments, which is our coffin spinners. What is it? What's got us spinning in our graves?
Yeah, what makes us tick? It's usually pretty creepy, but it's sometimes funny, it's entertaining.
From funeral clowns to cremation process to just any and everything. Exploding coffins, which is a real thing that happens sometimes due to natural gases and bodily fluids. There's going to be a lot of bad language. A lot of growth. Yeah, fuck, right? Yeah. Really, really exciting. And then we'll go into our obituaries, which of course are obituaries as you would see in the newspaper or online, because believe it or not, there are a lot of really scathing or fucked up or just odd obituaries, sometimes sweet.
Sometimes there's pet obituaries.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get.
Sometimes there's
robots. Sometimes obituaries for fictional people. I mean...
And we may say stuff if you're not a listener that you might not get, so just laugh.
Yeah, just laugh. Please laugh.
Please.
It feels like, I was thinking about it before we started today, though. I was like, this feels like a first date. It has that energy. I feel like you guys are on a first date with us, because this is our first time we've ever recorded with other people sitting
live. Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's get into some coffin spinners.
Let's get into it.
Spencer, you went
first last week.
I went first last week, so you need to go first.
It's my turn to go first. I think we can hit my first slide. Okay, so this I love. I'm going to talk about some euphemisms that have been done in obituaries before, because obituaries, they've been around forever. We're talking going back to 65 BC. There's been some form of an obituary, maybe not how we're used to them today. There's been some updates over time. We know that language is constantly changing, especially becoming a little more politically correct over the years. But going back, there's a lot of euphemisms in obituary, such as he never married. Anyone have any guesses for what this would mean? Gay. A little light in the loafers.
Little sugar in the tank.
Little too much pep in the step. Or as my great-grandma Lil would say, they're funny that way. So, look at the laughs. Look at people are laughing.
Oh, God.
I can't believe it. So, yep, he never married was a phrase commonly used by obituary writers in the United Kingdom as a euphemism for the deceased having been homosexual. I also know...
So your obituary will have that.
Sure, mine would say he never married. Of course, why not? A friend of Dorothy was another one that they used to say, because you know what they say about gay people. They love the Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Twinkly toes?
Sure.
Okay.
Friend of Dorothy. We can go to the next one. Didn't suffer fools gladly. This phrase indicates that the person it applies to didn't have much patience for those that they thought stupid. So basically, somebody who just could not be bothered with idiots. This is what you would say for them. Was a colorful character. This one, I think, kind of speaks for itself. Someone was a little eccentric, or maybe they were the aunt that nobody talked to anymore. This might be the one you would use for them. Or if you were going to use maybe a 4-letter word that you didn't want to put in the paper, this would be something you could use in its place.
Some people did use some 4-letter words in their obituaries.
Oh, yeah.
And tell them how much obituaries were. Like, they're expensive.
Do you guys have any idea? I mean, I don't know how many of you have written an obituary, or we have, but a few. But obituaries can be like $5 a word sometimes, depending on when it goes in the paper, what paper that it's going into. So an obituary can easily be anywhere from like $500 to $1,500. And if you want a fucking picture in it, that's
extra.
Yes. And then we have my last one, which is my favorite. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, did we miss one?
Yeah, that's it. No, the bottom. Vivacious.
Oh, vivacious. A character fun-loving. So this one was if you had like a drunk in your family. Like the drunk uncle, the drunk grandfather, you would say they were vivacious. A character. And then I do have one more thing that I wanted to go over. By a show of hands, how many of you have ever fucked up at work? I have. Probably right now. Well, there's a few professions that I can think of that would require you to be on your A game every single time you went to work. I think of doctors, nurses, specifically surgeons. I'll throw baristas in there because nothing pisses me off more than someone fucking up my coffee. You know, some other ones for reasons that don't need further explaining. And I think that also in that category, I would put morticians and funeral directors.
Yeah, they can make or break it.
I've
seen some corpses that do not look like
Sure.
a person.
No. I think it's pretty commonly known that after somebody passes away or after you see a body that's been embalmed, it doesn't typically look... Has anyone in here seen a dead body before? Yeah, they don't always look like exactly how they looked like when they were alive. And so that's why George Hamill, who I'm talking about today, didn't really think twice when he went to take a final look at his sister, 95-year-old Orelli Tichulo, at her wake. He could tell that there was just something off with her. He didn't know if it was her makeup or her hair that they fucked up, but he was like, this doesn't look like my sister. Well, Orelli's son, Ralph, was even more caught off guard, and they were like, was she just botched during her embalming or the mortician process? Like what happened here? Like all throughout her service, people were whispering, talking back and forth, and more family members were questioning Orelli's appearance. They just knew that something was not right here. They had every right to be suspicious because the corpse that was in the casket indeed belonged to somebody else entirely. I know. So apparently, Buckmiller Brothers Funeral Home, who at the time vehemently denied that the body wasn't Orelli's, eventually came clean and admitted that she had accidentally been cremated. So they took another body that had been set for cremation and tried to make it look like her. And I'm thinking, fucking imagine, yeah, there she is right there. That's our gal. And for those of you listening at home, we'll put this picture in here. You know, she's got kind of like the Elvis smile going, a little bit of a Drew Barrymore vibe. Something totally right? Does. Totally, right?
Totally.
She looks like she knew something fucked up was going to happen, but
the shoulder pads.
The shoulder pad. Maybe whatever body they saw in that casket. Maybe
like,
it
did
didn't
they put a wig on her? Like what?
Was she missing her shoulder pads in the picture in the casket? Yeah. So that's what's got me spinning in my coffin this week. How about you?
Oh my gosh! All right. Well, what does everybody think when they think of like a snatched body? Do you think like little waist, big booty,
like
big
makeup?
titties?
Maybe they got the BBL done.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk about a snatched body, but it's going to mean something a little different. King Henry VIII, who we hate.
We fucking hate. Okay,
He's
so I don't know if you guys have
bitch.
listened. We cannot stand King Henry VIII. He's the worst.
Well, he signed into law that barbers and medical companies were able to have 4 executed murderers a year to dissect for practice at medical schools. So in the 1800s and the early 1900s and now, but medicine was booming and there were so many schools that didn't have enough cadavers to work on and teach with. So he signed that in, that was like the one thing that I didn't hate, because
I get it. They need bodies.
He also made it a law to be able to boil someone to death. And at his funeral, his hearse was like 7 stories high or something.
Yeah, he had a 7-story
He was an
casket.
asshole. And I think his daughter was Bloody Mary. So he's got,
not a good family.
We don't like him. In Baltimore, Maryland, now we're in the USA, in the 19th century, there was a cadaver shortage there, too, for medical schools. So with new railroads built, it was easy for grave robbers or body snatchers to ship bodies to medical schools to be used for science and for the class. And they didn't have any consequences. It would only be a misdemeanor if they were to go and dig up one of your loved ones.
They could just take you right out of the grave. It didn't matter.
Take you right out of the grave. So this is how they did it. They would shovel at the head of a freshly buried coffin, breaking the lid, placing a hook around the deceased's neck or armpit, and with the help of a rope, easing the body out of the grave. For shipment elsewhere, the corpses were folded into barrels filled with whiskey and then shipped off, and that whiskey was sold, and it was called rot gut. And it was like, if you want a stiff drink, you're gonna have
a rot gut.
You're gonna have some rot gut. One of the most notorious grave robbers, and pretty recent, like in the 1990s, was a guy named John Kibera. And he was from Kenya, and he had like a whole crew that would grave rob. They said that they would look at different obituaries in the newspaper and kind of like hunt down the funerals and look at the family and just like see, what maybe the family was really rich. They could get a lot of valuables, that sort of thing. So he and his crew did that for a very long time, but he stopped in the year 2000 because he was with his crew digging up a grave, and they wouldn't take the body. They would just take valuables and the coffin because that was worth money. And then sometimes they would either like leave the body there or they would throw him back in the grave. It was wild. So they were doing their thing and they missed the ferry ride, and they had a coffin with them. So they ended up stealing a news truck. The guy driving the news truck obviously was pushed out, and he called the police. There was a huge police chase. The police shot at the van like 15 times, killing 3 of his crew. But John decided that he would get into the coffin and pretend that he was dead. So the police opened up the car doors, took out the coffin, thought that he was the dead person, and he sprung up and ran away. But then he stopped, and he's like completely reformed. He's a motivational speaker now.
So there's a happy ending.
There's a happy ending. There are, if you want to, Brian. Oh, that was the... I forgot.
Wait, which one's this one? What's going on in this
That's
picture
medical
here?
schools.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the corpses. And then the next one, there are some famous people that have had their graves robbed or attempted robberies. The director of Nosferatu had his skull stolen in his tomb in Germany in 2015. Elvis. 3 weeks after he died, there was a failed grave robbery, but there is speculation that his father might have like put it on because they weren't able to bury him at Graceland, but because of that incident, they were. Charlie Chaplin in 1978, 2 months after his death, his body was stolen. The thieves tried to extort his widow, and his widow was like, "You guys are ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to send you any money." And then they ended up getting caught and were in jail and got the body back. And then Groucho Marx, his ashes were stolen from a cemetery in Mission Hills, but they were later found in Burbank. And what's funny about Groucho Marx is that he always said that he would never be caught dead in Burbank, but he was caught dead in Burbank.
Caught dead in Burbank.
So that's my body snatching coffin spinner.
We love it. Well, now's the time where normally we would take a break for a sponsor. So I guess we'll do that, and we'll be right back. And we're back. So it's time to move into our obituaries. You can pull up mine. I want everyone to have a good visual on her because we love her. Okay, so this was the picture that they used for her in the paper. Her name was Margaret Marilyn Deatter. Professional clipper of coupons, baker of cookies, terror behind the wheel, champion of the underdog, ruthless card player, and self-described queen bitch, died on Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. Marilyn was the oldest of 4 siblings, and she was born Marilyn Joyce in 1942 to her parents Hannah and Edgar Joyce in New Glasgow. She learned how to turn a dime into a dollar from an early age, a skill at which she would excel her entire life. Marilyn loved all children who weren't her own and loved her own children relative to how clean-shaven they were. She excelled at giving the finger, taking no shit, and laughing at jokes, preferably in the shade of blue. She did not excel at suffering fools, which we talked about in the beginning. Mm-hmm. No patience for that. Hiding her disdain and putting her car in reverse. A voracious reader, she loved true crime, romance novels, and the odd political book. Marilyn had a busy life, but no matter what she was doing, she always made time to run her kids' lives as well. Her lifelong hobbies included painting, quilting, baking, gardening, hiking, and arson. Marilyn loved tea and toast. The one thing that she loved more than tea and toast was reheated tea and toast. She reheated tea by simply turning on the burner, often forgetting about it. She burned many a teapot and caused smoke damage countless times, leaving her kids with the impression that fanning the smoke alarm was a step in brewing tea. Marilyn liked to volunteer and give back to the community. She was a lifelong volunteer at the Capitol Theater in downtown Moncton, which, give it up for downtown Moncton. No idea. Which her sons suspected was her way of seeing all of the shows for free. For all of Marilyn's success in life, her crowning achievement occurred in the mid to late 80s when, left with mounting debt, no job, no car, and no driver's license, she turned it all around to the point in the early 90s she paid down her house, paid cash for all her cars, and got her 3 boys through university.
Yes.
So, a nice warm story. Marilyn is survived by her 3 ungrateful sons, Michael, Paul, and David, whose names she never got completely right and whose jokes she did not understand. She loved them very much, even though at least one of them would ruin Christmas every year by coming home with facial hair, and never forget that one disastrous Christmas in which all 3 sons showed up with beards. Marilyn is also survived by her 3 granddaughters, and while her sons committed unspeakable crimes against humanity, her granddaughters could do no wrong. While her sons grew up on root vegetables and powdered milk, funneled directly into the bag to hide the fact that it was powdered. Who remembers powdered milk? None of us.
I remember it in a bag at the cafeteria.
Her granddaughters were fed mountains of sugary snacks as far as the eye could see, including her world-famous cookies. Her love for them was unmatched. Marilyn is also survived by her sisters Melda and Linda and her brother Lloyd, who still owes her $600. Marilyn is also survived by an incredible number of close friends. Marilyn, ever the penny pincher. I know. This is that's what I'm thinking this whole time. I'm like, this is a $2,000 obituary for sure. They basically end the obituary saying that she died on a specific day so that it would be cheaper to put out the obituary and do the burial. In lieu of flowers, the family asks that you do something nice for somebody else unexpectedly and without explanation. We love you, Mom. A bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck.
Aww.
A sweet one.
I love her.
Sweet ending. I love when an obituary has... We love all the obituaries that we talk about, of course.
I love the life advice from an obituary.
We like a good life advice, a good story, good background on the person. But we also love a scathing one from time to time.
Totally. Okay, well, my obituary is going to be about a woman, too, who I think we all know, Miss Betty Crocker. I have a newspaper clipping of her, but it says, Betty Crocker, dead at 88. She was rich, but she was no longer moist. She was a successful marketer despite inability to think outside of the box. Kitchen icon Betty Crocker failed to rise this morning. She was 88. She was the go-to gal for one-box sensations that satiated hungry husbands everywhere. Crocker was a good cook, too. In her will, she asked to be mixed with 2 eggs and half-cup oil, mixed for 3 minutes on high speed, spread evenly and topped with walnuts, and then cremated at 1,350 degrees for 45 minutes.
Which, by the way, it takes a lot longer than that to do a cremation.
Oh,
On
my
average,
God.
1.5 to 2 hours.
So long.
We read one thing, and it's like you could watch a movie in the entire time that it would take time to cremate a body.
Yeah, and you may not even have asked for it like the other lady.
Yeah.
Okay, but so these are the different Betty Crockers throughout the years. Brian, will you hit the next? This is from a book. I encourage everybody to get it. It's Mr. Ed Dead and Other Obituaries of the Most Famous People That Never Lived. I never knew that Betty Crocker was not a real person. She was just kind of like a made-up thing.
Like a figurehead for the company, right?
So that's Miss Betty Crocker.
There she is.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. We're going to take one more quick break, and then we'll be right back. And we're back.
And we're back.
I feel like we're breaking like a fourth wall.
I know, it's so weird.
We desperately need money, though. We gotta make it out of the backyard. We'll get to a venue one day. Now is probably like one of my favorite parts of the episode because we're doing a segment we like to call Dumb
Ass
Criminals. And Dumbass Criminals is, I mean, I'm not gonna... You get it. So my dumb criminal this week comes from Germany.
Which is weird because most of them come out of Florida.
Most of them do come out of Florida. We get a lot of dumb criminals from Florida.
It's always, mine's from Florida today. It's
is
always
it?
Florida.
We've always got there's always a Florida in there. So mine comes from Germany. On October 28th of 2014, this woman enters a pharmacy in Darmstadt at 4:30 p.m. and she asks where the breast pumps are. She hands over the cash for the said pump, and then what she did next is absolutely fucking wild, and it's one of the most insane things that I've ever heard. She pulls up her shirt and pulls out one of her breasts, grabs a hold of her nipple, and she starts squirting milk at the pharmacist. She then proceeds to knock some stuff over at the register. And then, according to police, this is when she ran to a second register, tit out the entire time. Quote, ignoring the pleas of staff and customers to cover herself up. Which, like, in a normal circumstance, you're like, free the nipple. But when something like this is happening, you're like, okay.
Is anybody lactating by the way?
Yeah, anyone in the crowd lactating tonight? So she knocks some other stuff over, goes to another register, and boob still out, and, quote, unleashed a fresh spray of milk. That's a direct quote that was given to authorities. Afterwards, she took off, leaving behind the breast pump she purchased. But later on, they did notice that some money was missing from the register she was at, so she probably most likely grabbed it during the commotion. They were unable to get there in time to apprehend her, but described her as a long-haired brunette with a robust figure, hair pulled in, ponytail, and speaking an unknown language.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I call her like the breast milk bandit.
Us is milk.
Oh, and so now, listeners at home, we have a slide up right now of Madison and I dressed as milk, and this is...
Why don't you talk about that night?
Yeah, so let's talk about that. But we have this girl that we're friends with, and she rented out a roller skate rink. But we went to her birthday party, and everyone there was
so cool.
So cool.
There was
they were all fucking cool LA people that had
yeah.
like special costumes, like someone's a fucking fortune teller in a box. Like everyone it was these very elaborate or sexy costumes. And then Madison and I walked in and we were having a different vibe that night. Like just a little different than everyone else.
We went that day and we were like, this is going to be so great.
We're going to be milks. Yeah, we thought we would be a hit, but we
Nobody talked to us.
No one talked to us the entire time.
We skated around alone.
Yeah, we were just like skating, holding hands, just as two big milks. Because we weren't the cool ones there.
This was before, too. We were confident here.
Yeah, this is when we were, like, really excited. I remember we were listening to music on the car ride there. We're, like, fucking pumped. We're like, we're going to show up and just be these milks, and everyone's going to love it. And nobody loved it. Nobody liked it. Nobody said
they were lactose intolerant.
But it was fine. They were lactose intolerant. Oh, God, I love it. Well, oh, look at him.
Oh, my God. This is my dumb criminal.
I see an altercation on the slide. I'm ready for it. Let's hear about Milton Hodges.
All right, Milton Hodges. Our story takes place on Wednesday, May 23rd of 2012 Milton was from Green Cove Springs, Florida, but he went shopping at a Lowe's hardware store in Kissimmee, Florida. So it takes place there. He was shopping at Lowe's for banana and mango trees. I don't know why, but when he got up to the cashier, he wasn't able to pay for his plants, so he pulled out a pair of scissors, and that's the picture of the altercation. He held them to the cashier's neck and demanded money, and the cashier was able to fight back and get to safety, but Milton continued on to another cashier and demanded more money. Soon, bystanders kind of took over and chased him out of the store. So he was running, and there was like a wall like that. He was running and hopped it, and I don't know what he was probably thinking when he hit the other side of the wall, because he was in the Cypress Cove Nudist Resort. You can hit the next. So he had just entered the Cypress Bay Nudist Colony.
So he robbed the store.
I don't think he got away with anything. I think he just ran out because he was scared.
And hopped the fence.
And landed in the nudist colony. Inside, everybody was naked, obviously, and he was threatening people and running around. He was threatening people with a knife. Then he threatened a security guard and stole the security guard's golf cart. You can go to the... I don't think he was naked, but it would have been smart because he would have blended in.
A little better, yeah.
I was thinking when I was reading this, I'm like, I wonder if the security guards were naked too and just had like a little belt or something.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Yeah. Are security guards at nudist colonies?
Like a belt and like boots. I would love that.
It's something.
So he stole a golf cart, was driving around wreaking havoc on this poor nudist colony. He finally got apprehended, and that's it. Now he's in jail. But this wasn't his first offense either. He had actually been on the run for about a month prior because he allegedly robbed a convenience store, and he also robbed someone and beat them with a can of Pepsi. So
Milton.
He was great.
Oh my God. A dumbass.
A big
Some
dumbass
criminals.
Yes.
Wow, so we have the breast milk bandit, and then we got to think of a good name for...
The nudie. No, I don't know.
We'll brainstorm.
We'll think of something. Thank you guys for being here and letting us.
It was fun. It was fun getting to do this with other people. We had a lot of fun with it. I know. I was laughing though. I was thinking the entire time. I felt confident with my outfit choice when I left this morning or this afternoon to come here, but I realized I look like a fucking Best Buy employee. Yeah, like with my colors, I was like, it was like blue and yellow. I feel like I'm gonna if anyone needs their computer fixed after this, let me know. You're glam though.
No,
but I gotta talk about your hair. No, I gotta talk
it's
about
still
it.
Crazy
when
today.
we were in the car coming up here yesterday, driving up, she had her hair in rollers for the majority of the car ride. But when she took it out, before it turned into this, she looked like Shirley Temple. I'm not kidding you. It was the best. So don't worry, listeners. We'll post a picture of that as well. She doesn't kill me first. Oh, we have a first question.
What craziest coffee
What is the craziest coffin
we
ever?
have seen some crazy. We've seen an airplane-shaped coffin.
A chili pepper.
The chili pepper.
We have seen, there was a hearse that was a motorcycle.
Yeah.
There was, what else was there? A monster truck hearse.
Craziest coffins, though, are the exploding ones, though, because they used to, basically, especially in England, there was this one cemetery in particular, in London, actually, where the coffins the graves were above ground, and so they had to put them in these, like, sealed coffins, which were essentially became like a pressure cooker because of all the gases and everything and the liquids that come out afterwards. Mm-hmm. And they started just fucking, like, exploding. And
flying.
Like, flying, and, like, stuff would come out. Just awful. Not what you would want at a funeral.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys know the difference between a coffin and a casket? Yeah! The shape, yeah. A coffin is like the old school ones that, like, is shaped like kind of like the head and the body. And then a casket is the rectangular.
More like boxy.
Yeah.
Boxy
I would like
one.
a coffin. I think they're cool. Sorry, you had
How far it can go.
I was wondering if you've heard a coffin intentionally exploding, like someone wanted.
No.
Oh, there probably has been.
Ashes get shot out of cannons.
People do.
A lot.
Who was it? Didn't Johnny Depp pay for someone's wedding, funeral?
It was the writer of Fear and Loathing.
Oh,
what?
Hunter S. Thompson.
Okay, yes, Hunter. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, come up.
So I know the deceased don't have an opportunity to set the record straight, but are you worried that you might hear from a family member or friend who might recognize the obituary?
Yeah.
Add some color?
You know, it's happened. Not on this show.
It's happened to you a lot. But a lot of the obituaries that we have read, like the really scathing ones, there's always articles about the family speaking out and saying, this was so cathartic. Like, this, we were able to, like, get everything off of our chest. And then the other ones we read are just sweet. So, and we change the names sometimes just in case. And if it's, like, a death from the last few years, we'll change the name and just try to be super respectful.
I have another podcast for anyone who doesn't know called Cult Leader. And
Cult Babe.
Cult Leader. See some Cult Babe merch in the audience tonight. Representing. And Cult Leader, a few times I've had family members reach out. Some love it.
Well, wait. We did have a family member comment on our last episode because we talked about crazy graves and, like, crazy locations of graves, and there was a grave that's in the middle of an intersection.
Oh, yeah.
And he talked about it, and one of the family members wrote us a super nice comment and was like, it was so cool hearing that. I showed my kids. They felt famous. So it's been a good response.
It's really, I mean, I don't know how well we've represented ourselves tonight. Hopefully.
We're so nervous.
But surprisingly, a lot of people listen
I'm a little
to
drunk,
this.
too.
Good. We love it. They love when Madison's drunk, so it's always a hit. Come on up.
The French man.
Yeah, good luck to understand my question. On the big article you wrote earlier about that lady, the mom who has kids, and like this really long one, how much does that one cost to publish?
How much does that one cost?
Yeah, because it's
freaking
long.
I would probably guess anywhere
1,000.
at least $1,000. I would say that obituary. More? We're seeing some more.
Like $5.
$5 a word.
Shit.
That was and I omitted parts.
Yeah.
That was a research paper.
Very true.
Long, but also there's some short ones sometimes. There's one that I've read before on the show, and it just says Doug died. That's all his obituary. And for me, I'm like, that's more my style, I think. So remember that. Just Spencer died. That's all I need. I don't need more than that. Oh,
hi,
perfect.
Jamie.
Come on up.
So if you guys were to write your obituary, but it had to fit on a bumper sticker, what would it say?
Oh!
And what color would the bumper sticker be?
A double question. So it can be on a bumper sticker. I think, like I said, I would just go with a simple Spencer died and monochromatic. What's that?
He was not married.
He never married. Those are perfect. I'm getting merch ideas here right now. We're gonna have to.
No, okay, wait. My grandma, my great grandma lived till 107. My family and I, we'd always talk like, why isn't she dead yet? Like, why is she still alive?
She's holding on.
Yeah, and my grandma would always tell us, she would say, God doesn't want her and the devil doesn't either. So maybe that would be a good one.
That's a good one, too.
I have a couple questions for Madison and Spencer. Is it? Sorry. Madison, you're very intrigued by executions. Yes. What's your favorite execution style? Okay. And then one question for Spencer. If you were in a cult, which one would you be in?
Ooh, that's a good one. So we've gone over execution styles on the show a lot. I think my favorite, there's a couple, but there's one. It's so morbid. Okay.
Is it the boats?
It's not the boats.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boats.
I think it's the blood eagle, which is a Viking way of execution.
You have to tell what it is.
It's terrible. They would lay the victim down on their stomach and slice their back open and slice through their rib cage, and then
break the ribs.
They'd break the rib cage, pull the ribs out and up out of the back, so it almost looked like wings. If you guys have ever seen Midsommar, there's like an example of it, and then pull the lungs out and then wrap them around
the rib cage.
The rib, so it looked like a bird wing.
Does that answer your question? Does your question feel answered? Colt,
I'm never going to be invited back up here.
We're like, okay.
Your friend's weird.
If I could be in any cult, it would probably be The Family, which is a cult from Australia that I've talked about on Cult Leader before, because everyone just dyed their hair blonde and did LSD. Should we take like two more?
Yeah.
I have one. Well, actually, Hot Dog has one.
Hot Dog has a question.
So, a question for Spencer and Madison. Hot Dog, what's the question? Okay. So, do you have a favorite dumb criminal so far?
Ooh, we've done some good ones.
I know. I love... Shoot.
You go?
I know. I love... There was a guy who tried to rob a bank that he held it up with a gun and everything, and it ended up not being a gun. It ended up being a cucumber in a sock, and that was my favorite.
My favorite was the bowel movement bandit from lots of bandits. Bowel movement bandit from, I think it was Akron, Ohio.
The girl who pooped on her runs?
Different guy. It was the guy who pooped on...
on cars.
He pooped on people's cars in a neighborhood, terrorized it for 18 months. People would go outside and on their children's slide out front, there'd be a poop. It was just really shitty.
Really?
Shitty. Really, really shitty. Another question?
I have one more. Sorry, that's a little bit maybe on your privacy side for you too. How do you prepare your podcast? How does that take you, and some details that off camera or off mic or...
Yeah.
How
it's
long
a
does
shit
it take?
show.
It's a guessing game. No, I mean, I would say it's a couple hours per episode, but we're very lucky that we have a lot of listeners who like to send things in now, which makes the process so much. We did the ultimate fucking scam, which is having other people do the work for us.
Yeah.
And then we just sit in
We're-
a room and
yeah.
say it to each other.
It's working out so far. But for me, finding a dumb criminal is the hardest because a lot of them are fake. A lot of them. So
Well, because
yeah.
a lot of times our dumb criminal segment, we're doing our best. Well, especially because imagine, okay, it sounds kind of manic, but just like imagine we're in a room together alone, just making each other laugh. Like I'm always like my neighbors have to just think like I'm the weird neighbor, you know, because I'm like there's this nice couple who lives upstairs from me, and I'm like. I think their bedroom is above the room that I use for an office, and
we always hear them.
we always hear them, and I'm like, I know they can hear me, so I'm either sitting in my room alone doing cult leader, talking about like something like horrific, or we're sitting there like laughing about some guy from Ohio shitting on someone's lawn. So it's like it's a give and take.
It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. Oh. One more, we'll do our final question.
And we're sorry if we've offended anybody. We just,
I'm just going to be the older sister, and I'm going to thank all of our family
Aw.
and friends for being here. It means so much. I'm going to also wish my husband a happy wedding anniversary. We got married 6 years ago today.
Woo!
Happy anniversary. Love you. And just thank you all, and thank you too for coming up here and doing this. This was so fun for everybody. We love you.
Thank you.
Obituary!
We love you.
Thanks, Olivia, for hosting us.
I know. Thank you, Olivia.
Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with us and taking our live show virginity. It's
Yes.
exciting.
I know. Thank you, guys. That is it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.